just before the video starts, make sure you go and check out my website, ystech.org. This is the place where you're going to be finding the latest news and everything great in technology, from reviews to tutorials and much more. So make sure you go check it out in the description, ystech.org. I'll see you there. Hey guys, it is Wise from Wise Tech here, and today we're going to be doing a PC build. Now this build comes to about $1,434 and is probably one of the better computers that you can buy right now with no current sales on. Now if you want for sales and stuff, I'd probably refer to one of my other builds, such as the December one. But for right now, if you want to build like today, I guess this is probably one of the better builds you can build for this price. Just keep in mind that other parts are going to come out soon, so you could swap them out and wait a little bit. But let's go ahead straight into the build. So first of all, we've got the Intel i5-10400F, 2.9 GHz 6-core processor. Now the reason I went with this over the Ryzen 5 3600 is because the Ryzen 5 3600 is absolutely ridiculously expensive right now. It's about $360 New Zealand, and you know what, for that price I don't think it's even worth it. You might as well wait for the Ryzen 3 3300Xs to come back in stock in New Zealand. Now I understand that you lose out on the AMD side sort of things for that type of upgradability in the future, but unfortunately for $360 I don't know if it's worth it anymore for that processor at full price, and even higher than it was before. It's very expensive. So this i5 is about $238 from PBTech and $239 from Computer Lounge, and it's very good at gaming. It's an updated processor from the 9400F, and yeah, it performs really well. Yeah, the next down to it, I'd probably say, is the 3300X, which is also really good in gaming. It's really well optimized. So let's go ahead and go over to the motherboard. So we've just gone with the Asus Prime B460M-A LGA 1200, and looks like a pretty good board, kind of similar to mine, except it's just Intel. It has about 6 SATA slots, sorry, it's quite late. 4 DIMM slots for RAM, and 1 PCIe 16X and 1 M.2 slot here for your drives. Yeah, pretty solid board from what it looks like. Nothing too much to say about it. I can only put together in terms of pricing on here. I can't vouch for these type of things. So this comes at about $59 from Computer Lounge, $160 basically, or $160 from PBTech, $159 as well. So yeah, that's for the motherboard, and again that goes with the Intel processor. Again, if they get the Ryzen 3 3300Xs back at about $220 New Zealand, it'd definitely be worth it over the i5-10400F, because you can upgrade in the future on the AMD side. And if the AMD Ryzen 5 3600 comes right back down to about $300 New Zealand, then it will be worth it. But at $360, guys, I'd probably avoid it right now, just because of how ridiculously expensive it is. But again, you should probably wait for sales and make sure you're doing stuff like that to keep your costs down, because this is a bit of an expensive build, especially from my experience. Let's head over to some RAM. We've got the Kingston HyperX Fury 16 gig, DDR4 3200 megahertz, 2 sticks of 8 gigs, so pretty good. $138 from PBTech, or $137 from First Wave. Solid kit of RAM. Solid RAM kit. I personally have HyperX Fury to 2400 megahertz and had no problems. RAM is RAM, I guess. Yeah, Kingston's pretty good as well. It's clocked pretty fast as well. And don't fall into the trap of sorry, I'm peeking on the microphone. Don't fall into the trap of buying RGB 2660 megahertz RAM over 3200 megahertz RAM, because if you get the non-RGB 3200 megahertz, you're going to be feeling it a lot better in game, and I know you won't be seeing it through that tempered glass side panel, the nice RGB on it, but I think it's way more worth it to get the 3200 megahertz, especially it's because they're similarly priced in New Zealand. So yeah, that's about it for RAM. Let's head over to the SSD. I've gone with the Samsung 860 EVO 500 gig, this trusty SSD that always comes in the clutch for these builds. Definitely a cool Samsung SSD. Highly recommend picking it up at $99, even $120 is not too bad. But $99 is definitely the sweet spot for it. So it comes in at about $120 from PVTech, $119 from Computer Lounge, or $99 from First Wave. A solid SSD. Of course, this build will be taking into account the lowest price, so $99 from First Wave, so mind that in the build. But yeah, solid SSD. I have it in 2 of my computers. Get it, solid SSD. But yeah, luckily one of my friends got it for my birthday, so I'm really happy about that. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. But yeah, it's a solid SSD, definitely for the price of $99. Even $120, damn, it's a good SSD, especially with the amount of space it provides you with. Now, if you want more storage space, you could just buy 1TB drive. The Seagate Barracuda or the Western Digital Blue for about $78. Both of them are about the same price, and that's alright as well. It's the extra 1TB. Let's head over to the graphics card. Sorry, one note: the reason I left that the hard drives out is just because of the YouTube video. If you guys want to put that in, please feel free to do so. That'd also be good. Remember to flex the build usually, is my advice. So we've gone with the Gigabyte Radeon RX 5600 XT for the graphics card. It's a 6 gig model. I know these are last gen now, but in New Zealand it's really expensive to find like good solid graphics cards for 1080p gaming. This is about $541 from Palladium PCs or $549 from Playtech. It looks like a great card, triple fan design here. Has a cool RGB thing going on there, as Gigabyte always does. Awesome black plate, back plate, not black plate. I guess it's black as well. It's a back plate, but yeah, cool. It's got a triple, what do you call it, display port and 1 DVI. One HDMI and 3 display ports, from what I could tell. Are those display ports? Sorry, it's like 2 a.m. I can't tell. I'll change it in the video if I need to. But yeah, solid graphics card. On one note, just make sure you are getting the best deal on these cards, because this variant is a little bit pricey, but it's one of the cheaper ones like right now. For the 5600 XT, you can get them for about $420 on sale, for $420 to $450. Other brands, known brand, or well, any brand, you probably get for about $420 to $450 on sale. So look out for that for the 5600 XTs. You can obviously go secondhand and buy a 1080 Ti or something like that. I've seen them go for about $390 to $400 New Zealand secondhand. The GTX 1080 Ti's and the 1070s are also quite good as well. 580s not too bad. I guess it's equivalent to the 5500 XTs. So looking at this like low mid end right now, unfortunately the prices are a little bit expensive still in New Zealand. I mean, not surprising. One note as well, again, sorry, the actual note on this is the RTX 3060 and the RTX 3050 Ti's and the 3050. So look out for these cards. They will be popping up soon. Should be end of February, heading into March. So if you can hold off for a little while, I'd highly recommend that, because as you can see there, it says $329 USD as the MSRP, but I really doubt that. But this card should come in, my guess is probably about $700 New Zealand, the RTX 3060, the 12 gig model. And from what I've seen, I would probably say the 3050 Ti would be probably smack bang right about $650 to $700 New Zealand as well. These cards are not going to be cheap because of how well they perform, especially in relations to the old generation of graphics cards. So yeah, definitely would stick around with that. If you need a build today, I'd probably recommend this. Even the 5700 XT or the 2060 Super are pretty good cards. But yeah, those new cards are going to be quite interesting to see where they price that as well. But who knows? Exchange rates are okay. And yeah, so pretty solid cards that are going to come out soon, and I'd highly recommend looking out for these. Got to be some interesting times, especially with prices. Let's go ahead and check out the case. So we've gone with the Phanteks Eclipse P300. Looks like a solid case to build in. Mind you, it is ATX, so full form factor, but you should be able to move around those standoffs. They probably come pre-installed with ATX ones, but you probably move them around to a standard micro ATX layout, and that's pretty easy to do. If you guys are not comfortable with that, just search up micro ATX mid-tower case and you'll be fine. Looks like it comes with one case fan as well, so that's good as well, and a tempered side panel, and it has a power supply shroud here as well, so pretty good. And yeah, $103 from Computer Lounge and $112 from PB Tech, so pretty solid case, and it's from Phanteks as well. So let's go over to the power supply. We've gone with Silverstone Strider, 650 watt, 80 plus gold, certified, fully modular. The trusty old Silverstone Strider, pretty solid power supply in New Zealand, $149 from PC Force. Definitely would highly recommend it. I've gotten one or two of my friends, but pretty sure two of my friends' builds now that I've built with. Easy power supply to work with, and really fun experience of how good it is. It's well designed. Cables fit easily, just put it in. You know, most power supplies will be like that, but had a good experience with these ones, and they are running well on my friends' computers. So overall, that comes to about $1,434, as I said, or $1,435. Now, if you want to build right now, yeah, that'd probably be the way to go, especially of these prices. These are non-sale prices right now, so yeah, it's a bit expensive, but you are getting that solid ass performance. Yeah, I don't expect prices to come down this year. If anything, they probably will go up, considering the supply chain shortages and all of that going on still. But in New Zealand, we're lucky. We actually still have 3080s around that I've seen on shelves in stores, and we still have 3060s around. Don't know about 3070s, but 3060 Ti, sorry, around. There's plenty of them, from what I would say. But yeah, so New Zealand, luckily not too much of a shortage, but I don't expect prices to come down at all, to be honest. Only during sales. In general, prices should remain relatively high, as they are quite like right now. So that about sums up the video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you go and check out wisetech.org for latest post reviews and much more. I'll see you guys there at wisetech.org. But other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.